Hola! Today, I'm going to show you a couple of little secrets and techniques about when you're sitting and you're eating or you're working at your desk. How should your hips be placed versus when you're reclining and you're on your couch or you're in a car or you're on a plane. There are two different ways in which the spine positions over the pelvis. You need to know this. I'm Lisa Ann McCall, and I am going to talk to you today about some posture in sitting. You see, posture is designed to be comfortable, like my jeans. Look, no tension, no struggle. It's designed, no matter where you are, to be kind of effortless. And now that seems very foreign to us in everyday life because we struggle to sit up. We struggle to have, quote, good posture. And really, if you understand about stacking the bones with gravity, then the body works less and you literally feel like, wow, this is an art. So sitting is something that people aren't comfortable with a lot. So today we're gonna just hit on a couple of things. In sitting, we either sit upright, at a desk, at a table, or we lean back. Cars, movies, airplanes, it's all the same. So when people say, well, I need to know how to sit on an airplane, then it's the same as the movie theater. It's the same as your couch. It's the same as your car. Oh, okay, so those leaning back. All right, so when you sit up, it's a little more demanding that you have good range of motion in your hips. So what I mean by that is, if we are not using our hips a lot to bend, to work, to do things, we don't walk a lot, if we don't use our hips a lot, which most of us don't do in the Western societies because we're more sedentary than we naturally were designed to be, then what happens is our hips get tight. Now, tight to me just means that they're not moving as they're designed and they're not connecting well with the spine. Okay, so let's talk. So I'm going to sit here at this table and I have this little pad in here. I'm just using it for comfort, for it to be, make the wood a little softer, that kind of deal. I could use it that way or not. But because I've been doing this a long time, I personally could use this as a little wedge when I sit at this table. Let me explain. The wedge is designed to give me a little elevation of my buttocks so I don't have any strain in my back. And as you get more and more flexible, you need less and less wedge. The majority of the people that I know and that I help take care of and that I meet need more support here. They need more under their rear end so that when they sit, their knees are lower than their hips and there's not tension in the back, okay? So depending on how tall you are, if you're very tall, you're gonna need this to be higher. If you're very short, you're gonna need this to be lower because you need your feet to touch the ground. Anyway, let's go into it. So I'm gonna put my fingers on my spine so that I know I have my arch. What I mean by my arch is I'm not like this. My vertebrae are not sticking out. I'm not hyperextending, neither one. I'm just gonna put my fingers there on my spine, knowing I have my spine as it is, and it gives me feedback. If I slump, I'm like, oh, I'll know by where my hands are. So I'm gonna just stick my tush in the air, or you can just think about don't sit on your pockets, and then you sit right on your crotch. All right, you'll see me do this a lot. My point in showing you this is a lot of people, when they're sitting upright, they don't put something there and they force an arch, and that's not what you want. You want to elevate yourself up so that when you sit down, you go, wow, I'm not working to sit up. It's easy. The bones are stacking. It's not a muscle strain, struggle. I'm here. And the more you do this, the less strain, struggle. This is not an overnight thing. Yes, at first you may instantly feel like, oh, that's better. But you have a habitual pattern of movement in your body you have to address, so you have to habitually go down a different path. Habit is a huge part of your life. So you should embrace it so that it can benefit you and you can enjoy just the freedom you have when you sit. All right, so this is sitting upright with a little bit of a wedge. All right, now let's say I want to lean back, or no, hold that thought. Let's say I'm in a restaurant, I don't have a pillow. Don't take your little handy pillow in. Your little handy pillow? That is kind of weird. But if you want to take your handy pillow, have at it, baby. But you may have a jacket, and you may be sitting in a booth, and you're like, oh, I hate sitting in a booth. Well, stick your jacket under your butt, Just stick it there and create a little wedge for yourself at the edge of the booth so that your legs are lower. Let your legs drop. And then, there you are. It will make a lot of difference. Don't check in with your body as much as possible. In other words, when we're so up in here, we're not in our body. So the more we can drop down into our body, feel our body, there's so many benefits to that. So when you're at a restaurant, go, oh, I don't have a wedge, who cares? Why not just get creative and find some way of making yourself more comfortable? And if you don't have a wedge, sit at the very edge and drop your legs. Versus bringing your legs up, bringing your legs down. Okay, so now that's sitting upright, okay? Leaning back is totally different. Leaning back, I don't want a wedge. Leaning back, this should be flat. Now this is flat. I could take this away or not take it away, but I'm just using this little mat here for softness. A wedge would be something if I had that pillow and stuck it here. I take that away, now I'm gonna lean back. So I go, same thing, I sit back though. Then I pick my back up, have you seen, and I relax onto the chair. So I'm leaning back and I'm on the back of my thighs and I'm lifting my back and letting it hit the chair. So there's no wedge. This can be confusing for people. Wedge, yes. Boom. Throw something in your chair, stick your butt up, enjoy yourself. Got it? Here you are. No wedge, sit back. Boom. It's all about positioning the pelvis. Why don't you need a wedge when you lean back? Look, common sense will kind of kick in here. I have a wedge, it doesn't make any sense. The wedge is actually helping my body lean forward. It's an assistant. It's assisting so that I don't have to strain my back. It's actually literally giving me a mechanical advantage. And as my hips become more flexible, I need less mechanical advantage. So, when I sit back, pick up, lean back. Here you are. That's it. Wedge or no wedge, you can be comfortable. Just relax and stack those bones.